Bruce, just first of all, how do you feel about the hit, and did you get any kind of explanation as to why there was no penalty?
What was the first part, Steve? Sorry.
Just your feelings on the hit. I think I have a guess as to what they are, but.
Well, listen, it's a fast game. They play hard, we play hard, but I mean, you could see it. He hit him clearly in the head. You know, Brandon's in an ambulance, goes to the hospital, obviously, from that hit. Clearly looked like to me, got him right in the head. Defenseless player, predatory hit from a player that's done that before. So I don't understand why there wasn't a penalty called on the ice. They huddled up, but I did not get an explanation why. But it's, you know, it's out of our hands after that. We've just got to play hockey and, you know, try to stick together as a team, play the right way. Sometimes when that stuff happens and there's no call, then the players kind of settle it on the ice in their own way. And we felt that we pushed back and did what we could do and won the hockey game and tried to let that particular player know that, you know, was unnecessary. So that's how we handled it, Steve. And that's what I thought of the whole situation. And like I said, I assume it'll get looked at by the National Hockey League and they'll make their decision.
Yep.
Joe Haggerty.
Yeah, Butchie, what did you think about Tenorti stepping up there and doing that job? And just maybe if you could elaborate just a little more on the team-wide response after that hit. It was still a 1-0 game at that point, and it seems like their heads went right back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, we were upset. Brandon's a very popular guy in the room. And again, we felt it was completely unnecessary, dirty. So, you know, the guys, you know, like as I've said before, I have things to say between periods. Mine's a little more, you know, how the game's going, how we correct things, or if we didn't have the right energy. But this one, I think the leadership group just took over and, you know, said that we're going to finish every check, push back, and go out and play a hard hockey game and win the game. So that's what they did. Credit to them. As for Tenorti, you know, we don't know him that well, Hags. He just got here, so we certainly know he's a big boy, capable of that. And you know, one of the reasons we picked him up is we're lacking a bit of size in the back end. He certainly answered the bell, did his job, played a hard game for us against some big forwards that he's typically matched up against. So good for him. I think he's been in the league long enough to know that he wanted to do what he could to make sure that he integrates and ingratiates himself and integrates himself into the group. And I think he certainly did that.
Matt Porter.
Continuing with the theme, the way you think Frederick handled this, you know, did he have to do what he did? Did you like seeing that?
Do you have to do what, Matt?
Just challenge him to a fight. Did you think it was over at that time, or were you okay with Frederick going after him too?
Oh, listen, I don't know who he's going to go after next, right? It's a hard hockey game, so we've got to make sure we have people out in the ice that can handle that. Freddie, again, I disagree with that call. He's going over talking to a guy. The rest, I think the officials knew what was going on in the game, or maybe they didn't. They didn't call a penalty in the place. Maybe they didn't see it that way. So, you know, I'm sure Freddie was just talking to him, making sure that, you know, that's not going to happen again, and stuff happens. So they went at it in Washington. They had an aggressive shift early on. At the end of the day, I mean, you know, it developed, and, you know, they put us in for the instigator in the extra 10. Unfortunately, could it be a reputation call? I don't know. I didn't make it, so that's I guess I can't really answer to that. But as for Freddie, he's going to go out there and mix it up and do what he's got to do. I don't think he's ever crossed the line in terms of, you know, cheap shots or jumping a guy or whatever. So it developed. He answered the bell, and we played on.
Dan Roach.
Hi, Bruce. You talked about the leadership group and you know, what kind of things were said. What did you think of the response from them, especially seeing Patrice Bergeron was all over the place in a short period of time, and you know, that first line had some beautiful passing tonight as well.
Yeah, well, he's going to be the guy that's going to lead it. We saw it in New York, so he's going to make sure that you know, he sets the bar, and people will follow Patrice. Trust me, you've seen it. You've been here long enough. You know, when he leads by example, has become, I'm sure, more vocal over the years, but it's usually on the ice, his work ethic. He says the right things and guys fall into place and behind him. And that's what happened tonight. I did it on both ends of the ice and did it on the score sheet, and other guys took care of the physical stuff. So that's what you need, right? I mean, people, can bring different things. You can't just tell guys to go out there. It's not 1980, right? Where, you got to grab a partner and, whatever. It's go play hard. Go play hard. However, you can play hard and help the team win. And guys have different attributes. And that's what I feel Patrice did and asked of the group, and they responded.
Last question, Kevin Paul Dupont.
Fair to assume that Brandon is concussed, and is he staying overnight for observation?
I don't know the answer to either one of those questions, Kevin. I think the first one, you can probably make your own call on that one, considering, the hit was directly to his head. But he left, right? So I did not speak to Brandon, did not see him. And I don't know if he's staying over. I don't have an answer to that story.
And if I can tag on here,
Sure.
The TV caught Bergeron talking to Wilson before the start of the second period. Do you know what the nature of that conversation was?
I don't know, because I think it was down while he was stretching, right? Was that kind of at their end of the bench? So that's out of my distance, or out of my earshot. Even with no fans, I couldn't hear what he said. But I'm sure he let him know that he wasn't happy with it, thought it was predatory, or you pick your adjective. And we played on. So I don't know. Only Patrice can answer that. So sorry on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Next up, we will have Brad Marchand. If you no longer have a question, please lower your hand.